Well, howdy partners, it's your old buddy the Reddit Rider, and welcome back to the Reddit Ranch. Why don't y'all come in and sit a spell, 'cause I got some mighty fine tales to tell. Like our first story. It's about a tenderfoot that's a mite bit upset with his big sister's decision to be a single mom by choice.
AITA for not supporting my sister's plan to be a single mom by choice. I'm 30, and I have a sister, who's 32, that recently got out of a 7-year relationship after being cheated on. She was sure that she was going to marry this guy. She's wanted to be a mom for a while, but was waiting to be married. A couple nights ago she came over to my house and had dinner with my family. After the kids went to bed, she told me and my wife about her plan to have a kid via sperm donor. I think she thought I was going to be happy for her, but I was not. I told her I can't believe that after growing up without a father in the household, our dad passed away when we were very young, she would purposely put kids in that situation. It seems incredibly selfish. She said she's prepared to do it alone and has strong men to be role models around, including me. I told her not to rely on me as a major role model, as my wife and I are strongly considering moving abroad before our kids start school. My wife is an EU citizen, and we may move to be closer to her family in Europe. Suffice to say, the rest of the conversation didn't go well. She stormed out and yesterday was texting me how disappointed in me she was. I basically told her sorry if I was harsh, but I 100% believe everything I said. I just can't imagine purposely bringing a kid into a disadvantaged situation like that just because she's not sure if she'll ever find a partner again.
Well son, I hate to knock you off your high horse, but you are a varmint. I mean, it's not exactly ideal, and it will be a lot tougher doing it on her own, but if she can handle it, then, why not? You should be more supportive than you are. Besides, say she actually had a kid with Peter the cheater, then she found out about him afterwards. That, in my book, would have been a lot more tragic. Well partners, what do y'all think? Do you reckon he's right to feel the way he does, or is he way off base? Have any of you ever had a child that way? I'd love to hear your story. Our next tale is from a buckaroo whose wife makes a confession during a therapy session and he doesn't know where to go from here. Yeah, I don't really think therapy is going to really help y'all that much.
My wife dropped a bomb on me at therapy. What do I do with this info? I'm 38, and my wife is 34, and today we had our second therapy appointment. She has cheated several times in the past. We have been together for 7 years, married for 1.5. So I told her a couple of days prior that I wanted to have access to her phone when I'm feeling anxious and insecure. And that I want her to stop emotionally cheating on me with whoever that may be. I didn't want to know. She just shut down. So today at therapy that same conversation got brought up. She said that she refuses to do the phone or cut off any emotional cheating relationships. That in fact she has been consistently in an emotional relationship for the last 2 years. I don't know if it's with that same person or not. And remember, we have only been married for 1.5 years. What do I do with this info now? I caught her twice in that time and she swore it would stop, but clearly she can lie repeatedly to my face for years. The therapist wants to see us each alone and she goes first, so I have 2 weeks before I can discuss this with anyone. I don't know if I'll make it that long. Also, she went to a concert alone tonight under the agreement that she would get me a shirt and my daughter a sticker. But now that she is there, she doesn't want to be in line or lose her spot, so no merch for us.
Look partner, and I am truly sorry if this is hard to hear, but if she has, and is planning on continuing, to cheat in any form, then no amount of therapy will help. Your marriage needs to end. You may love her, but I'll guarantee that she doesn't love you, because if she did, then she would not cheat on you. Cheaters always come up with all these excuses why they cheat, and that is what they are, excuses, not true reasons. In fact, the only true reason there is for someone to cheat is because they want to sleep with someone else. They don't care about their partner, they don't even truly care on how such a thing can impact on their kids, and make no mistake, it does have an impact on the kids. They're not stupid, they will figure out the reason why mom and dad broke up. All the cheater truly cares about are themselves. So partners, what do y'all reckon he should do? What would you do if you were him? Please, let me know in the comments. Next we have one from a little lady that wants to know if it's okay to divorce her hubby of 10 months just because he won't stop begging to open their relationship. Are you kidding, ma'am? After a mere 10 months, he wants to bed down other women? That's like the perfect reason to divorce.
AITA for wanting a divorce after my husband's been begging to open the relationship? I'm 27, and I am considering divorce with my husband of 10 months. We recently, 5 months ago, moved to a new state into a much bigger and nicer city than we were growing up in. We lived with his parents for most of the relationship. I was his childhood dream girl. We dated briefly in high school, and it never went anywhere. We reconnected 2 years ago, and I fell in love with him. Since we've moved, he's changed completely. He's been having anger issues that have gotten us kicked out of one of the places we were staying, and it drove 2 separate roommates out. 3 months ago, he met a coworker who was 18 and flirting with him a lot. He told me about her and how much he liked the attention. He was a virgin when we got together, and I was experienced. He feels he didn't get his time with hookups because he was busy living with trauma and going crazy from it. He's been institutionalized 3 separate times over this trauma. Now that he's in a good place being married and having someone who is helping him fulfill his dreams, he wants to sleep with other women to get validation that he's a man. He also said he's absolutely disgusted by the thought of me with another man, and so it would only be him stepping outside the relationship. Every time he brought it up prior to that, it was to tell me he gets so hot in public looking at women that he's going crazy not being able to sleep with any of them. He said he feels like a freak around women for only seeing them as objects. He swore on the truth that he only wanted to have threesomes because sleeping with 2 women would make him feel like a man. Last night, he finally reveals that he actually wants to sleep with other women separately and often, and that he knows exactly who he wants to sleep with right now. All throughout these 3 months of fighting, I suspected he was cheating on me. I brought up stuff he watched, but he's been watching it even before we moved, so that couldn't be it. He suddenly got really good in bed one day, and then he suddenly had a very high libido like I've never seen in him before. This was while he was at that job with that 18-year-old coworker. He also told me that since the beginning of our relationship he's been fantasizing often about other women he sees, and that he felt bad that he wasn't thinking about me. We go to see a marriage counselor Monday. Am I overreacting? Everyone I talk to says I'm not, but he says I'm punishing him and that he's struggling, and I need to be more understanding. AITA?
No ma'am, you ain't the varmint in this here story. In fact, your hubby couldn't be more of a varmint if we paid him. Chances are that you are right, he probably is cheating already, and figures that if you say yes to the whole open relationship thing then he won't have to feel guilty about it. As for him saying that you need to be more understanding, no, you need a divorce lawyer. As for therapy, well, therapy can't fix everything. And in this case, I do truly believe, if it won't fix anything, it'll be a mere band-aid on a gushing wound. So, yeah, you should make him feel like a man. Like a divorced man. Well now partners, what do y'all think she should do? Divorce him? Or open the relationship, you know, so he can feel like a man? Let me know what your thoughts are in their comments. Our last story was posted by a cowpoke whose pregnant wife of 10 years just got busted cheating on him.
My pregnant wife of 10 years is cheating on me. My wife and I are both 28, and about 6 weeks ago we found out my wife was pregnant. About 6 hours ago I found out she was cheating on me. I wish I could make this up, and I swear it feels like a bad dream. I'm so shocked and upset. I have been with my wife for 10 years this year. I thought our relationship was great. I've never felt more comfortable or happier. I'm gonna make this incredibly long story short. She has been cheating on me the last 1.5 months with her ex. Apparently, they talked on Facebook when she reached out to tell him happy birthday. She instigated by doing this, I am assuming. They slept together 3 times, hung out 6. She was going to TJ Maxx sending me pictures of baby clothes but hanging out with him. This woman was my world. I did everything I could for her. I was so excited for this baby. We were trying. She swears it's mine and there's no way that it's his, but she lied saying they only slept together once. He told me 3 times, she finally admitted it. She said that she told him she loved him but didn't mean it. My thing is, how would she love him after only 1 month? They dated like 13 years ago. It's just hard for me to believe, and I'm questioning if the child is even mine. It's literally the worst day of my life, guys. I'm terrified. My anxiety is awful. I feel so sick. She's texting me saying she wants to work it out, but she was so shady. Apparently, she turned off Life 360, and her mom noticed something was up but didn't tell me. Come to find out, she told her mom she saw him, but they just talked and nothing more. I have Life 360 on my phone because my brother, sister, and wife wanted to be in the loop with where I was, which was fine. But I don't use it to track them and never have. I trusted her 100%. It doesn't feel real. I keep hoping this is a bad nightmare, and I have anxiety, and it's freaking me out so bad. I can't believe she did this to me. We have a home together, all of our finances are together. This was the life I wanted, and now I don't know how to move on. I'm so betrayed. She was the sweetest woman I've ever met, and I'm just in shock. I don't know how to feel.
How should you feel, partner? Angry, upset, scared, betrayed, and confused. And why? Because that is the normal response anyone would have. My advice? Don't believe anything she has to say. I mean, we know she's okay with lying, so how do we know she's not lying about the time frame in which she slept with her ex? I'd definitely get a DNA test done. And regardless of what the results are, I would still leave her. I mean, I'm assuming your trust in her is gone, and I don't reckon there can be a solid relationship if there ain't no trust. And if the child is yours, well, it's still very possible to be a great pa to your child without being married to a cheater. Well, partners, what do y'all think? Any thoughts on what he should do? What would you do? Let me know. Well, partners, I do plumb reckon that it's time for this good old boy to ride off into the sunset. But if y'all enjoyed y'all's time at the Reddit Ranch, then I'd thank y'all kindly to hit like and subscribe. It'll really make this old cowboy smile. Until the next time we meet, adios.